Yo, what's good? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a video for you today. A little bit of a video, a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. So what we got is 8 or 9 fragrances from my collection. I can't remember how many of it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9, but it's really 7 because one of them is going to count twice. So that make you feel, or that make me feel like I'm the man when I wear them. And I'll explain more about them as I wear them and why I feel that way. Now, before we get into this, do me a favor, if you don't mind, like it, share it, sub it, if you haven't already. And we're setting a goal for each video that I put out. We're trying to get to 75 likes per video. So if it's not asking too much, please like the video. I have 300 or 400 views per video, so it shouldn't be hard to get 75 likes. All right, with that being said, let's get the first one out of the way. The first one is from the house of Ellis, and I think Ellis is a great house. I think they're overlooked a lot, and this fragrance is overlooked a lot as well. I don't hear much talk about it. $20 fragrance from the house of Ellis. It is Ellis Reserve. Now this one, in my opinion, has a very, very close resemblance to Chanel Egoist. Very, very similar. And I've had this one in my collection multiple times since the 90s, and I will keep it in my collection. It just smells good. It smells distinguished. It smells gentlemanly. It smells classy, and it doesn't come across that you're trying too hard. It just has a nice, good smelling vibe to it, a good feel to it. That's nice. I could see this being worn with a nice hoodie or a nice sweater. Or, honestly, I could see this one being dressed up a little bit because it kind of has a regal feel to it. From the house of Ellis. It is Ellis 360 Reserve. That is a good one. This next one is probably reserved more for spring and summer. Early fall, which is where we're at now. Well, I guess we're in the middle of fall now. I like this fragrance. It's a cologne. It's a clone of Aventus, and it's one of the better clones of Aventus in my opinion. It's a compliment getter. It's a head turner, and it is no other than CDNI, Club de Nuit Man Intense, or Intense Man, if you fancy. Now, does this work? Yes. Is it close to Creed Aventus? It's close. If I'm being 100% honest, you would probably be better off buying this than some of the newer batches of Creed Aventus. I'm fortunate. I have an older batch. I have a 125 ml, 4.2 ounce bottle of it. So I'm fortunate because those bottles are hard to find. Would I prefer this to one of the newer bottles of Creed Aventus? Price versus performance, it's not even close. Yeah, I'll take this all day. This is a compliment getting fragrance. If you've been under a rock and you haven't had this in your collection, and you don't have this in your collection, I don't know what you're waiting on. Get it. About 40 bucks. You should be able to get it, and it's gonna do what it do. I say 40. When I say 40, I'm including shipping, handling, taxes, everything. I don't think it will cost you quite $40, but $40 just to be on the safe side. Is the bottle a little tacky? It's all off, so you know what you're gonna get. This scent profile, though, it is nice. It is nice. It just smells good. I think this is a year-round type of scent. I do think it performs or would work better more in warmer weather, but I do think it is one that you can wear any time of the year and be just fine, because it's something that burnt birch or whatever it is in there, I think works well in the winter time and the cooler weather as well. But I reach for it the most when the weather is warm. And I have several clones. I had, what is that one? Insurrection Pure 2. That went bad on me. I don't know if it's the pineapple note that they use. It didn't last. It went bad on me, but still have it. I also have Mont Blanc. Was it Explorer? Yeah, it's good as well. And I have several versions from Kevin Holt at Sensual Obsessions. and they're all good as well. So can't go wrong with any of those. But if I'm going for a direct clone, I think I prefer this. Kevin's versions are all tweaked just a little bit, you know, and they're all good as well. I'm not saying I like this more than that one. When I say I like this one the most, I'm referring to, because to me, Sensual Obsessions, Dapper, Making Sense, houses like that, to me, they're more independent houses than they are clone houses. That's just my opinion. My opinion is always different, but that's my opinion. This, you know, is more of a mainstream. This is not independent. You can't really call it niche though, because it's not niche, it's not designer. We'll just say, we'll stick with mainstream. Mainstream designer is what we're gonna call this. But nonetheless, I like it. It does smell good. It is a compliment getter. I can remember wearing this and walking past a young lady, and she goes, "Ooh, that cologne you're wearing smells nice." And you get that a lot with that fragrance. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of times I layer this with one of Sensual Obsessions versions. It's either The King or King of King, one of them. I'll mix the two and go right on about my business. But from the house of a moth, it is Club de Nuit Man Intense. I feel like the man when I wear that fragrance. I just do. I happen to like the scent profile. This next one is from the house of Al Haramain, and it is Amber Oud Gold, the gold edition. And if you know, you know. This just smells phenomenal. This smells phenomenal. Is it unisex? Yes, it is. But it's big boy season. It's hoodie season. It's jogger season. It's gray sweatpants season. Listen, I don't dress this up. I keep it super stupid casual when I wear this. Again, sweatshirt, hoodie, cool weather, the leaves falling off the trees. You honestly can't tell me nothing. I think this is a clone of her. Am I saying this right? Xerjoff's Herba Pura or Buddha Pura, whichever. It's a clone of a Xerjoff fragrance, which is a very expensive fragrance. Somebody asked me one day, and we were talking about it, and they said, if you had to start your collection all over, where would you start? And I promise you, it would be probably with Middle Eastern joints is where I would start. Al Haramain, I would snatch up as much Al Haramain as I can. I would snatch up as much Armaf as I can, and I would start there. Designer, American designer would probably be last. There's some I would cherry pick and get, but you can't beat price versus performance on this. I think this was $50, 40 or $50. But you can get this off Macari and different gray market sites for a little of nothing, $40 at best. And you see the dent. Now I have decanted several decants of this to give to people because I think it's that amazing and I want people to smell it. So I'm just like, here. And it's a beautiful scent. But from the house of Al Haramain, it is Amber Oud Gold, and this is just a nice, what is that note? Peachy, mango-y, fruity, warm, inviting scent that just says, come here, cuddle me. When we leave this sizzler, we're going back to put on some scary movies, and you just gonna cuddle up and just lay your head on my lap. Tony son, when I went to the concert, lay your head on my pillow and relax. That's this type of fragrance. I like it a lot. It smells really, really good. And the 360 is really cutting up. This Reserve is really cutting up. The longer it stays on my skin, the better it smells. That smells really, really good. This next one is, I think it's from the house of Milestone. That's what I was told. Yeah, pretty sure this is from the house of Milestone. And I love Milestone. Really big fan of their fragrances. They're a clone house, so to speak. They don't try to hide what they're cloning. And this is Moja. Intimate, I think is how they pronounce that. Intimate. And this is a clone of Amouage, Interlude Man, Reflection Man, one of them. And it's really close. I like Amouage. To me, Amouage, scent profile wise, is definitely one of the last true niche houses. And for them to clone this, that fragrance and put it out there for $14.99, I think is amazing. And this right here, this is, oh, the smokiness in this. This is one of those fragrances when I spray it on for myself, because I know I'm not gonna get a lot of compliments from women. I just like the way that it smells. I love the ashy, the smokiness, the burntness in it. I just love it. I love it. I appreciate this fragrance for the artistic side of it and the beautiful scent profile and the beautiful fragrance that it is. And it is blue with gold trim. How can you go wrong with anything that's blue and gold trim? But I want to say it's either Reflection Man. Yeah, I want to say it's Reflection Man. Nonetheless, for $14 or $15, oh my gosh. And I encourage you to pick these up when you see them out, because my fear is just like everything else that's good, it's going to disappear and then we won't be able to find it. But from the house of, my goodness, what is the name of this house? Yeah, it's late and your boy is tired. Milestone. It's late. Your boy is tired. It's about 3 a.m. I like it. Interlude Man or Reflection Man, one of the two. I can't remember which one this is. But it smells so rich, so deep, so earthy. I love it. I love it a lot. Staying with Milestone, and again, they are a clone house. This one is a clone of, this is part of the Velvet collection, which is a clone of something from Dolce & Gabbana. I think they cloned 3 from Dolce. And this is called Black Encino. And I'm gonna show you real quick why I like it. Look, you see the bottle presentation? It's good. This top has a nice velvety, it's just high class and high quality all the way around. Pressured atomizer. Can't beat it. And this right here, Velvet Collection, is a great name for this line of fragrance, because this is so smooth. It's just so smooth and easy to wear. A little bit oudy, but it's so chill. It's one of those fragrances that it's just so subtle. It does have a very Middle Eastern smell and feel to it. Could it be unisex? The right female possibly could pull it off. I do think it leans more masculine. But nonetheless, I like it. It has a very light, oudy smell, and my nose picks up on something in it that almost makes it want to go like gourmandy, but then it doesn't. But it's so chill and so smooth. That is the one thing that I get from it. It's just a nice, smooth, easy fragrance. Especially for the $14.99 price tag. Again, from the house of Milestone, from the Velvet collection, it is Black Encino, and that is a good one. This next one is a cologne as well. And I have a few decants, few Scentbird decants of this fragrance. And yeah, I like it. And I think the name of this company is Fragrance World. Yes, Fragrance World. And this is Imperium. And it is their version of Elysium. And again, beautiful bottle. Yeah, the top is cheap, but it still looks good. How close is this to Elysium? It's decently close. Again, a great atomizer. I have stated many times, I love the scent profile of Elysium. I absolutely do. Would I pay what they're asking for it? I'll just buy stuff like this. This does me just fine, and I will be fine. You know, maybe one day I'll be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and break down and buy Elysium. Until then, I will wear Imperium and be just fine. I do have, again, a couple of scent birds of it that are pretty full, and they're 7 mil. So if I just need to feel like I want to wear that, I'll wear it. But this scent profile of this honestly makes me throw my head back, stick my chest out, and feel like I'm the man. And again, this is a fragrance that is probably more suited for spring and summer, but nonetheless, I wear it anytime I get ready to. And it is a bright citrus fragrance. It does smell really, really good. Maybe that's neroli. I don't know. All I can tell you is it smells good. And this one will cost you about $35 to $40. Best place to get this, in my opinion, is Amazon. That's where this one came from, and I think it was $29. But love the beautiful bottle. Love the way that it smells. I like it. I like it a lot. Moving along. This next one, and this is the reason that I said niche. I feel like this is a niche house. Many people don't. Many people do. Whether we agree or disagree that it's a niche house, we can at least agree that the fragrances smell good and that they're niche quality. Whether we agree that they're niche or not niche. This one is from the house of Lalique, and it is Encre Noire L'Extreme. And I think you could have put any of the Encre Noirs in here, whether it was Sport or the OG. I think they're all good. This one to me just has a little something extra as I try to find some skin to spray it on. This to me it's just a really solid fragrance. It smells different, and that's what I like in a fragrance. I like for a fragrance to be cutting edge, to be different. I don't like everything to be cookie cutter. I respect it, but you've heard me say a lot of times about a fragrance that is just run of the mill, that it's not the reinvention of the wheel. It's nothing groundbreaking. Well, leathery, woody. Again, I pick up on just a trace of oud. I'm really attracted to oud fragrances. I like them a lot. And this one has just a hint of it in there. Very wearable fragrance, but it is a little bit sophisticated. This is not a fragrance that beginners to fragcom will like, and again, this is not one that everybody's going to compliment you on. This is not a head turner. It's one of those fragrances that you go, that's an interesting scent that you're wearing. What is it? And then you tell them. I like it a lot, and I think this is a great time of the year to wear. To wear it. The weather is perfect for this. A little bit boozy, a little bit leather, a little bit oudy, and you have Lalique Encre Noire L'Extreme. Okay, staying with the house of Lalique, and this is where these two fragrances. I said I had two fragrances that I put in the same vibe, and I do. This is Lalique, and we always call it the horse's head. No, not the horse's head. That's the lion's head. My bad. It's the lion's head. And I like it. I like it a lot. And it puts me in the same wheelhouse as this gem, and it's Paul Sebastian. Now keep in mind, the key to this video was to wear fragrances that invoke confidence, but at the same time keep money in your pocket. And these are the last two. Whether it's the horse's head or the lion's head, whichever one of these you choose, I think they're both really good fragrances. This one to me has that classic barbershop feel. Yup. Classic barbershop feel. Strong, powerful, masculine, indecisive. This fragrance just smells like a man that knows what he wants, and he's not taking no for an answer. He told you how he felt. I mean, that's what I That's what I get from this. A man that wears a nice leather jacket, smokes a cigar, a man's man is what I get from this fragrance. And when I wear this fragrance, I won't lie, I feel sophisticated. I put this on when I'm wearing some of my sweaters, and I just feel, again, like I'm the man. Now, I feel that way most days, so when I wear this horse's head, I'm sorry, the lion's head, can I reach? Yep, I sure can. Y'all are in luck. Okay. Yes, this is the lion's head. This is the horse's head. I just needed to look at the lion's head. I'm sorry, the horse's head to make sure. Goodness, guys. This smells good too. Goodness gracious. This smells really, really good. Remember the last time I wore this, I got a lot of compliments. I'm just going to sit that there. But I needed to look at that one just to make sure that this was the lion's head I was looking at, not the horse's head. But this one right here, oh my gosh. It's just what I said. Assertive, masculine, but not a fragrance that comes across as loud and obnoxious. It just comes across as smooth, old school, timeless. From the house of Lalique, it is the horse's head, or Aquarian, or however you say that. And then let's get to this next one, and then we're gonna shut it down because your boy is rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling. I've had this stuff laid out for this video for a couple of days, but I'm in the middle of a 6 or 7 day work stretch. Man, they trying to keep me on my job. But from the house of Paul Sebastian, this is Paul Sebastian's Fine Cologne. And this is another one that I reach for in the middle of the winter, when it's cold out. Winter, you know, in Alabama, we bring words together. So winter, as in he won the ball game, and winter, the season, are the exact same. We say them the same way. I'm just saying. And we understand that one is winter and one is winter, but in Alabama, it's winter. It's winter, you know, but this is the way it is. So don't come for me. But this right here, again, I think I got this in a gift set, and I messed up and left my aftershave at my ex-wife's house when I divorced, when I was fired. So sometimes you get fired from the job even when you do a good job, but that's neither here nor there. This right here, I reach for on the cold days. If I look up and it's gonna be 40 degrees for the high, and I'm just like, yes. That's when I reach for fragrances like this, because it just comes across as masculine. It comes across as clean. It comes across as timeless. And yeah, not everybody's gonna like this fragrance. You're not gonna have to worry about your nephew or your son or your stepson swiping this one from you. If you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, I think this is one that you can wear. You probably could pull it off in your 20s, though I can't see it being appealing to a 20-year-old, because when I was 20, I don't think this would have appealed to me. But listen to me now, believe me later on. This is the type of fragrance that you wear and women compliment you on it. Women like, especially if you're of a certain age. Now, is a teeny bopper gonna like this? No. She's gonna think you smell like an old man. So no. But you ain't supposed to be messing with them. No way, R. Kelly. Knock it off. But for those of you who are of age and want to smell of age, you know, like my boy up in Birmingham, Marcus, y'all keep him in your prayers as well. This is the type of fragrance he would put on with his bow ties. It's that kind of scent. It just comes across as classy, nice, confident, and I actually enjoy it. And I am glad I am of the age to enjoy fragrances like this now. Because once upon a time I would have thought this smells like an old man, not understanding that it's not how an old man smells. It's how a sophisticated man that knows how to carry himself, that knows how to dress, that's about his business. That's how he smells. And I think all of these fragrances in one shape, form, or another are great representations of that. So when I sprayed all of these on, 9 or 8 of them, however many it was, that's what I feel like. I feel like the man. So, and I hope you have some fragrances that make you feel furthermore like the man as well. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and take my butt to sleep because evidently I'm sleep deprived in here and right now fragrance drunk. That would be a good name for an up and coming YouTuber, the fragrance drunk. But anyway, loved. Oh my goodness, just got a whiff of that. That I almost called it Elysium. Then what is this? Imperium. That smells so good. Anyway, it is your boy Trey Sense. Thank you for tuning in, watching this video, and for, as always, for being the best part of my channel and returning to the scene of the crime. Love you all, and may God bless you all, and we will catch you on the flip side. Till next time, guys. Peace.